There will be no cars. The World Economic Forum states the elimination of personal cars is coming. Last week, the global elitists and the world leaders gathered in Davos, Switzerland for the World Economic Forum, also known as the WEF. They had their annual meeting. Adel Bin Ahmed Al-Jubeir, Minister of the State for Foreign Affairs and Climate Envoy for Saudi Arabia, said in a recent meeting in Switzerland, there will be no cars. During a panel session titled The Evolution of Urban Life, Jubeir stated that they plan to revolutionize the way people look at cities and urban planning. NOME is an attempt to create a city that is environmentally friendly, sustainable, and that has very high quality of life. That is virtually no traffic, which means no cars. According to the World Economic Forum, a group of super wealthy, unelected people claim the era of cars as the ultimate tool for personal freedom and mobility will soon be over. I think the key word here is freedom and mobility. Cars will be something you ask to borrow. Yes, I said ask to borrow. And the cloud will be taking the wheel. I am sure you are shocked, and I'm sure you're angry. But wait until you hear the rest of their plans. But before I do this, I want to remind you to subscribe and click that little bell for notifications so you don't miss anything. We give you more than car reviews and first looks of new vehicles. We give you car smarts because knowledge is power. The automobile industry is becoming part of the industrial digital formation. Qualcomm CEO Cristiano Amon said that the technology transformation in the industry is electrification and digital. Car makers are partnering with tech companies, and that makes cars computerized, and this will be integrated into the cloud, where they can be monitored and controlled by a centralized network. That sounds really scary to me, but that can prevent collisions, which is good, and alert you about road conditions, also good, and manage traffic. Sounds not so bad on the surface. While much of this technology already exists via cell phones and some cars that already track your gaze to alert you when your eyes stray from the road, the next step is linking the car system together with manufacturers and other vehicles and allowing for continuous third-party tracking. I believe this violates your Fourth Amendment rights. It does. These developments are moving in lockstep with efforts to compel consumers to buy electric vehicles or EVs, including laws in California, Washington, and many European countries to ban the sale of gas-fueled cars by 2035 or sooner. How will your vehicle be controlled? Connectivity, intelligent communications within and outside of your car, it's a key enabler for autonomous technologies. Now, this gives computers access to your data and your vehicle, and I've covered that in another episode. Part of their goal is to force shared rides, according to the World Economic Forum. In quote, the ownership model of cars is evolving to renting and sharing as customer preferences shift. People will not own cars, they will only share them with permission. I just love when they say that. Makes me furious, actually. The WEF prides itself on being the biggest global advocate for public-private cooperation, and governments in the US and Europe are doing their part to advance external control of cars, and it means your cars. Car makers will be forced by President Joe Biden in the 2021 Infrastructure Act to install new features on cars in the coming years. And this includes breathalyzers, speed limiters, vision and voice trackers, and kill switches. That is actually in the bill. They automatically shut the vehicle off. We have covered this in another episode. Arguably, these features can reduce injuries. However, they also involve new surveillance technology that will monitor people's behavior, make decisions for them, and listen in on your conversations. There are also concerns that building in these controls that are not in the hands of the driver leaves the driver vulnerable to dangerous computer hackers. And don't worry, they're watching and they're planning to hack the system. Like your smartphone today, the car of the future is going to know quite a lot about you. And as the World Economic Forum famously stated, you will own nothing and you will be happy. Removing private vehicles goes hand in hand with the removal of our rights, another private property, and feels like an unsurprising statement given everything we've heard from the WEF in the last decade. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this one. If you have questions or comments, because you always do, and I expect some good ones from this one, I'll be happy to answer and join in the conversation. You can support me by buying me a cup of coffee. The link for that is down in the description, plus all the links to our website, social media, book, podcast, and more. I'm Lauren Fix. Thank you so much for watching.